opportunity for the title. I mean, this game might very well be the defining moment for the lives of every one of these young men.
Both these teams have gone through so much adversity just to make it here. All tournament long, it's been survive and advance, but now this is the part where you put all your chips on the table and just lay it on the line.
Let's check out Wisconsin's starting lineup. We've got Kaminsky. Hawkins is out there with Hill. Then it's Decker, and it's Evans in at the 4.
And with any championship game, you know that every player's going to have their heart racing for the first few minutes. That's just natural. That's adrenaline. They'll need to remain calm, though, and let the game come to them and kind of ease into it.
And one guy, guys, I'll keep an eye on in this one is Freak. He is the consummate leader for his team. He can come out strong and play his game while keeping his intensity level up. It'll be just what they need to claim the titles.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
And not many people know this, but the Badgers do have one college title in their trophy case. Won the tournament back in 1941. A different time back then, but a title nevertheless.
Now here's Freak. Miller sets a screen for Freak. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Cooper. From outside, off the mark. On defense, Villanova. Nothing yet up on the scoreboard for them. And Hill has it in the corner. Offensive rebound. Here's Kaminsky. Can't get it to go. Here's Villanova. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Shot's good.
And as we see Freak and his team go for the title here, he is trying to repeat what he did just a year ago. He was able to lead his high school to the PSAL championship.
Well, Greg, he was a 4-time All-American selection in high school and a unanimous one at that. He's won state titles before, but this is a different animal in high school.
Both teams will make substitutions. Conley against Jones. Pass to Hawkins. And the foul called on Freak. And the Badgers with possession here. It's back to Hill. And he lays it straight in.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
And it's Villanova with the ball, trailing by 2.
You know, one of the big questions on everybody's mind in this game is whether or not Freak will stay on for another year or go pro. I mean, usually a player with his upside would be a lock to be a one and done, but he's giving serious thought to staying.
And Freak is a guy who clearly values the scholastic aspect of collegiate sports, so it makes sense for him to think about staying beyond this season. Still, with Freak's draft stock rising, this could be his final game as a collegiate player. And the Villanova Wildcats have had a recent surge in their program over the past decade. Since about '05, they have been a consistent presence in the tournament and also have won a few conference titles.
Freak in at point guard. Clarkson is out there with Jones. And there's Foster. And it's Moore in at the 5 spot.
And when he's got that much of a height advantage on the perimeter, it's really tough on the defender. Easy three-pointer.
And Wisconsin looking at who they've got. We've got Hawkins. He's out there with Hill. And it's Wade in at the 5, roaming the paint. On the Wildcats of Villanova have been getting back in the swing of things as a program over the last decade, Clark. And one of the better runs they're on right now is a school.
Yeah, they are a surefire bet to pretty much be in the tournament almost every year now. Really one of the big schools in recruiting on the East Coast.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that one.
And Villanova going with the whole new group out there. Welcome back. We're just about ready to get going with the second half of a historical championship game. For those just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan, pleased to be alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony as we get set to watch how the college basketball season will end.
And in a championship game like this one, guys, you would have expected a close battle. I don't think either side is going to be able to run away and hide in this one.
And, Greg, tight games like this are where legends are born. I mean, if a player like Freak can come up huge in this final half of play, he'll anchor himself in school history as one of the greats to ever play the game.
Freak, he's in at the point. Also Bryant out there. Miller is out there with Cooper. And it's Ilgauskas in at the 4. And for the Badgers, they've got Hill. He's out there with Hawkins. Kaminsky out there with Decker. And it's Evans in at power forward.
What a journey it has been, really, for this whole team to make it to the college championship, especially for Freak. A few bumps in the road for him, but what a story.
Greg, you get the feeling that it's only the beginning. I mean, the way he plays and the accolades he has, I mean, you can see him having a long and productive career at the pro level.
And for Villanova, Freak, he's in at point guard. Also Bryant out there. Miller is out there with Cooper. And it's Ilgauskas in at the 4 slot. Badgers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And that one falls for Evans. Well, Wisconsin has had a bit of a renaissance in their program of late, Clark. Last decade and a half have seen them put up some great seasons.
And you know, Kevin, the Badgers weren't really a major powerhouse in hoops until the turn of the century. But now, they're one of the most consistent teams in the country.
Morris checked in for Villanova. Foster comes in for Bryant. Now here's Freak. 9 points in the game so far.
And, guys, one big story that we have in this championship game is that a guy like Freak could boost his draft stock quite a bit. A win here could catapult him up the big boards of a lot of teams.
And, you know, while it's just one game, scouts will get a chance to see how he plays on the big stage. Knowing a player is at his best when the lights are brightest is a big plus in GM's books.
And Badgers have been great since right around the millennium. Since about 1999, they have made the tournament every season. Guys, few schools can say that.
Miller sets a screen for Freak. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that. This game's still very much up in the air. I mean, this is where you start to separate the men from the boys and where heroes are born.
And one team looking to ice the win, the other hoping to force OT. I think right now you lean on your stars and get the ball to Freak every chance you get to try and come away here with the title.
Here's Conley following the basket by Freak for 3. Hill. Oh, he got hacked on the 3-pointer. He'll head to the line.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
Especially on the 3-point attempt. I mean, you have to defend that shot without fouling.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Villanova leading by 3.
And, you know, for Wisconsin and their consistent appearances in the tournament, guys, they don't just show up and leave now. I mean, they often go deep in the tournament. Sooner or later, I think they might go all the way again.
And Wisconsin looking at who they've got. They've got Decker. Payton is out there with Kaminsky. And it's Evans in at the power forward position. Back to Conley. Now here's Decker, covered by Miller. Decker gets the bucket.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Here's Villanova. 3-point lead. 1:52 left in the second half. Freak passes to Cooper. Some nice ball movement by Villanova. There's a good screen. Here's Freak. Good work defensively by Conley.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
.133 left to play here in the second half. Kicks to Evans. Here's Hawkins. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans. Hawkins has got it all tied up now for the Badgers. Hawkins has gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. Now here's Freak. He's guarded closely. The pass to Ilgauskas. It's tipped. Miller kicks to Ilgauskas. Pass to Freak. All sorts of time. Sinks it.
As clutch a shot as I have ever seen.
In a word, gutsy.
There's 53 seconds left here in the second half of the game. And stolen by Miller. Here's Freak. Count it.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Evans outside. Passes it to Hill. Kicks it out to Evans. Wade, a screen on Ilgauskas. Evans. The second chance effort. Wade misses. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
So it's Villanova picking up the win. Such a special moment for these kids. All the hard work they put in, all the...
Hello?
Good evening and welcome to the NBA Draft. With the first pick in the NBA Draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Karl Anthony Towns from the University of Kentucky. With the second pick in the NBA Draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select D'Angelo Russell from The Ohio State University.